Hello and welcome to this video wherein we will try to understand how biometric attendance system is updated. I'll be dividing this particular video into three different components. The first will be starting with how to log in. Now if you remember, or if you have the network internet address, then what you need to do is you have to remember this particular address, that is http:// then //14.139.231.178:82. That is what you have to write in the address bar of your browser. I have opened a browser over here, and let me write this address over here. Once I write the address, I am taken to a screen wherein I am supposed to log in over here. You will be provided with the login ID and password by Iris or any other person who has been authorized by the university to provide a user ID and password. So once user ID and password is provided to you, you can log in using this particular screen. You have to give user ID over here, and then accordingly you have to give a password over here. And once you give password, the first screen that will be visible on your desktop will be like this. This is known as the dashboard of biometric attendance system. The first thing that you need to do is you need to see which employees are listed in your domain. So right now I am using a test account using which we are having a good number of employees which have been added to this test account. Therefore, once you log in as a divisional head, you will be having only the employees whom do belong to that division. So if you remember, if you want to check it out, then what you need to do is you need to simply go to this second menu option, that is master. Now once you go to this second menu option, that is master, this is the master option over here, and then once you go back to the master menu, let me go back to the previous menu. Now once we go back to the master option, what we'll be having is we'll be having an employee sub option. Once you click on this employee, you'll be able to see all the employees those employees whom do belong to your division. Right now I am having good number of employees, but it is your division, the employees that belong to your division, only those people will be displayed over here. So if you want to search for an employee, what you can do is you can come over here. Let me magnify this as well. Here we do have show filter. What you need to do is you need to click on this show filter, and once I click on this show filter, what will happen is it will display a bar over here. You can search people from your division or from your faculty based on your ID, based on name. If I want to search for a particular person, what I can do is I'll simply click on contains, and here I'll write a value. Let's suppose I'll write 3680, and the time I click on apply filter, it will show me only the employee whose ID is having 3680 as employee code. So that is the first attribute wherein we have seen that how we can list the employees and how we can list employees based on a particular string. Now let's move towards the second aspect. Now again, going back to the masters, we are having the second attribute, that is outdoor entry. Whenever an employee leaves for an official assignment, he puts a departure in his concerned division or faculty, and then that departure needs to be entered over here. We do have an entry known as employee outdoor entry. Now once you see this employee outdoor entry, you need to click on that employee outdoor entry, and once employee outdoor entry is clicked, it will show you all employee outdoor entries that you have made. Now if you want to assign a new employee's outdoor entry, what you need to do is you need to click on assign outdoor entries. Now let's suppose you want to click on a particular employee. You can simply select an employee from over here, but if you are not able to find the employee over here, you need to click on show filter. Now I'll say contains, ID contains, I'll say 368, I'll not say 3680, whichsoever ID is having 368 included in that. Let me get those numbers, those employees listed. Now if I am having these employees over here, you need to click on the employee, you need to select an employee for whom you are going to input a departure. The time you click on an employee, then you need to mention the date, from which date up to which date. Do remember only one thing, there are two different time slots. One is time slot 1 and one is time slot 2. If in case an employee is putting a departure for morning 2 hours and then after that for evening 2 hours, and rest of the time he is in the office. Therefore, what you have to do is you have to put in both the two entries in one go. You can mention begin time 1, whatever is the time, starting time. It is 24-hour format. So if it is 11 o'clock in the morning, you have to mention 11. But if it is 1 o'clock, you have to mention 13. So if you are mentioning over here, let's suppose 9 o'clock, a person has left. 9, let's assume it's 9:30. And then after that, I am saying that it is up to 5 o'clock. So it will be 17. Then you have to click on this particular option, that is approved by. Whatever is your user ID, that will be displayed over here. That user ID will be displayed over here, and you have to write a comment over here. Like if a person has gone for Kisan Mela, you have to mention over here Kisan Mela. Because that will give an added on advantage at any particular point of time. If somebody will ask you that for what purpose the scientist or the employee had gone, you are able to visualize that based on the comment that you are going to write, and it will help you in getting all the details with respect to that individual. So if you are having a departure for personal work, you can mention personal work. So depending on any attribute, once you complete the entries over here, what you can do is you have to click on assign outdoor entry. The time you click on assign outdoor entry, you can see a blue colored option will be mentioned over here, outdoor entry added successfully. Now what you need to do is, let's suppose I'll go back and I'll just list the outdoor entries. I have just made an outdoor entry for myself, Mudassir Kirmani. So let me go back to the outdoor entry so that I can delete that outdoor entry. I have just made an outdoor entry, but it's not approved by anyone. Therefore, I'll go back to that so that you can understand that if by mistake you are making an outdoor entry and you want to delete that at any particular point of time, you can do that without any hassles. So let me go back to the employee outdoor entry. Right now, this is not responding. Oh yeah, it's responding now. If you can see, the first entry that is made over here is 14th of July, 4:50 minutes is the duration, 9:30 is the starting time, 5 o'clock is the ending time, and for this particular employee it was made. So what I can do is I can delete it, because this was not this was just for a test purpose. We wanted to see whether it works or not, and it has worked finally. That was just a demo which will help you in making outdoor entries on biometric attendance system. I hope that I am able to make my point by giving you an idea of how outdoor entries are made and how employees are listed along with filtering